About 7 years ago, I blew the dust off a hobby I'd enjoyed earlier in life. I again began to run. It was difficult at first, but as I practiced and persisted, I got in better shape. And before I knew it, I began to enjoy the 3 or 4 runs I tried to do every week. So it was about a year ago, in the fall of 2014, on a Saturday morning, I woke up early, the cool fall air coming in the windows, and strapped on my running shoes. We live just north of the temple in the historic neighborhood, and so I enjoy time whenever I can, running among the neighborhood blocks with trees and flowers, seeing the beautiful historic homes. I wound my way around the Truman Library, continued through the square, and as I headed west, came upon the temple. I hadn't thought about it, but as I ran along Lexington Avenue, just on the north border of the temple, I stopped, overwhelmed by the beauty of the fall colors of the trees surrounding the sidewalk. There, as I ran along the sidewalk, was a beautiful canopy of leaves, oranges, yellows, reds. I paused. I enjoyed the beauty. I listened to the birds singing. I felt the breeze blowing in my hair. I was thankful that those trees were there, that I could enjoy just a moment of peace and quiet during my run to reflect on the beauty of God's creation. I continued on, ran around the auditorium, and eventually headed back home. And as I thought about that nice run later in the day, I was reminded of a thought shared several centuries ago by Nelson Henderson, a well-known 18th century theologian. The greatest meaning in life is to plant trees under whose shade you will never sit. Think about that. The greatest meaning in life is to plant trees under whose shade you will never sit. A true act of generosity and giving without expectation for return. As I thought about that and thought about the joy I'd had on my morning run, I was thankful that those who built our beautiful temple, an ensign of peace to the world, had also remembered to plant those trees more than 20 years earlier. And that on that morning, as I enjoyed my Saturday morning run, I was able to benefit from them, to enjoy them, to be blessed by them. So it is with our stewardship. We are called to give of the first fruits of God's creation, of the very best and first that we receive, back to those around us, to those who today and tomorrow will need and benefit from the blessings God has given us and which we share with others. So today, as you think about the blessings you have received in your life, let us all reflect as well on how what we give today can benefit others in the future. Let us remember that the greatest calling we have is to plant trees under whose shade we will never sit.